Hey guys, my name is James from gigapress.net. Today we'll be discussing the WordPress white screen of death and how to fix it. The WordPress white screen of death is a common issue encountered by WordPress website owners. When you visit your site, instead of seeing your content, you're greeted with a blank white screen. Thankfully, you can restore your website's functionality by identifying and fixing the underlying cause of the white screen of death. What are the common reasons you might encounter the white screen of death? Well, it might be server issues, exhausted memory limits, incompatible plugins, incorrect themes, or corrupted files. So, how can you fix the white screen of death? Depending on the underlying cause, there are various ways to resolve the white screen of death. First, check the status of your web hosting server. If the server hosting your website is down, whether for maintenance or any other reason, it may trigger the white screen of death. If you have other websites hosted on the same server, try accessing them to see if they are affected. If all your other websites load and function properly, it's safe to assume the problem is limited to your primary website. But if all your websites display a white screen, your web hosting server is probably to blame. Contact your hosting provider to investigate server-side issues. If you find this a recurring problem, you may want to switch to a more reliable web host. So if you want a more reliable web host, check out gigapress.net for fast, secure, and reliable web hosting. The second method to fix the white screen of death is by upgrading your web hosting PHP. Within your cPanel, look for PHP Selector or Multi-PHP Manager. Under the Software section, select Multi-PHP Manager. In the Multi-PHP Manager, you'll see a list of domains or websites associated with your hosting account. Select the domain for which you want to upgrade the PHP version by checking the box next to it. From the drop-down menu, select the PHP version you want to use. You can choose the latest stable version. Before we go to the third step, if you find this video helpful, please consider to like and subscribe to our channel to find more WordPress tutorials and reviews. Another method to fix the issue on your website is by increasing PHP memory limit. You can use File Transfer Protocol, FTP, like FileZilla, then open the wp-config.php file. Add the following line of code anywhere between the opening and closing PHP tags. Define wp_memory_limit, 256M. The next method to fix the white screen of death is by testing your plugins. Yes, if a plugin conflicts with others or with WordPress core files, it can cause the issue. The easiest way to test them without accessing the admin dashboard is to temporarily rename the plugins folder, located within the wp-content folder, using an FTP program. Adding or removing just a single character in the folder's name will disable all your website's plugins. For example, you can rename the folder to Plugins1 to disable all of your plugins. You can then create a separate folder with the appropriate name, Plugins, to which you can move your plugins one by one. If your website goes back to the white screen of death after moving a plugin to the plugins folder, that plugin is to blame. Once you've found the problematic plugin, delete it from your website server and move all your other plugins back to the plugins folder. Another method to fix the issue is by switching to a default theme. By this method, you can determine if the theme is causing the issue. Using an FTP program, go to your website's wp-content/themes folder, delete your current theme, as well as any other third-party themes in the folder, and upload a default WordPress theme. You can now attempt to visit your website with the new default theme to see if the white screen of death has been fixed. Finally, if the problem persists, you can restore a backup of your website. If your website just recently began displaying the white screen of death, restoring a backup from an earlier date should fix it. The downside to restoring a backup is that you may lose some of your website's content. Therefore, you should only use this method as a last resort when troubleshooting the white screen of death. And that's it! I hope this video helps you. If you're looking for website hosting, go to gigapress.net to find the best web hosting, tutorials, and free WordPress masterclass.